Cyrodiil Diaries. Tank, Gank, and Spank. It's the meta, ain't it? There's been a bunch of controversy with ESO lately regarding this expansion slash chapter. I mean, whatever you want to call it. There's people on both sides of the fence. I am one of the people that's kind of feels betrayed almost by how ZeniMax once again they didn't really blatantly lie. They kind of played the lawyer game and, you know, use certain words. You know, they say DLC game packs. Well, Morrowind's not going to be technically a DLC game pack because they're calling it an expansion or a chapter or whatever the hell you want to have it be. I think overall, I think it's good that they're doing expansions. It just would have been nice to know that, because a big seller for ESO Plus to me has always been that I have access to all the DLC. I don't have to buy the DLC separately. I'm paying this fee and I'm, you know, playing the full game. People keep saying no other MMO gives away expansions for free. Quotation, you know. It's not for free. I was paying ESO Plus to get my full content. That's what ESO Plus was advertised as, but they're going back on that. There's some question as to if it's false advertising or not, but whatever. That's not what I really want to get into anyway. I haven't been playing ESO much at all. When I do play, I'm, you know, usually like just got nothing else to do, which is very rare. Or you know, Sribes and Lemur and Faso are on. They're, you know, they want me to come to play with them and tank and complete the group. So besides that, I don't really play much by myself. So yeah, it's just the game is losing a lot of novelty to me, simply because just the combat system overall is losing. It's lost so much of its you know, complexity. You know, things like heavy attacks, being bashful and whatnot. I could go on and on about how this game has changed so much, and in my mind, not for the better. Combat-wise, not for the better. You know, the things you're able to do in this game at the moment are just it's insane, as you can see. We can tank very, very large numbers, kind of counter the counters that they're using. You know, just by just building properly. And you know, ZeniMax is changing a couple of things. They're nerfing this build specifically, which is kind of funny. I don't know how long Malabeth has been out, and finally, you know, we released my first tanking diaries video, and all of a sudden ZeniMax releases, you know, finally they're gonna patch Malabeth to actually be a major buff. They introduced this major minor buff system and then left Malabeth to give 30% increase to everything. It's funny how they do that. They reactively fix things. They fix things when they see this issue. And, you know, people think that I upload videos for attention, which is understandable. There's a lot of people that do YouTube for attention. I really don't care, honestly. Part of me just like enjoys just being a content creator. It's fun. I don't know if any other YouTubers, like even if you're small, like me, I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't even have 1K subs. You know, let me know what you think, because for me personally, I just like being a content creator is just fun. I don't know, maybe I'm weird. You know, the editing is fun, but besides that, I really started this series and uploading videos to YouTube because I saw a gap. Right, there's a gap. There's people uploading 1vx montages without commentary, And I was like, man, like every other, you know, big game with a, you know, YouTuber, they're all doing commentary. And I always wondered, you know, what made those guys successful. Well, first, they have to be really good at the game, and I'm not saying I am, and that's probably why I'm not that successful as a YouTuber in the first place. But there's this connection, and this connection you build with your viewer base. And I was like, man, like nobody's doing it. You know, maybe Lefty Lucy did a little bit of it, and I think Deltia does. You know, but you know, overall nobody was doing it for PvP. You know, outside of Lefty, and he doesn't play the game anymore, obviously, and he wasn't that consistent. He has other things in his life going on, which also I am sorry for pretty much lying to you guys. I don't know, maybe over a couple months ago when I said I was going to do the Lefty Lucy's top 5. I just don't have that kind of time to dedicate to making videos and to ESO in general. So yeah. If you get one of the XVII tank builds, man, you really got to rethink your build and your playstyle. But yeah, they're changing a lot of things that directly affect the build. Melibeth, I already mentioned. I think they're doing a couple of things I specifically asked for, like Unchained being nerfed to only affect the one ability. I kind of like the 5-second thing, and at first I didn't. 5 seconds with for one ability change that they're making, but I don't know. It'll be interesting how that change specifically will affect stamina users, especially the top tier stamina users that can get two or three abilities off in that after the CC break. You know, that change. There's a couple other things that I wish they would change, which is I wish they would take away max stat increases on CP. You know, because as of right now, when, you know, this next patch coming up with 600 CP total, that's 200 per tree, so that's at least 2,000 max stamina, max health, and max magic. I think a little bit more max health. I'm not sure how much each point gives, but I think it's like 10.3 or something like that, or 11. It's something ridiculous, but you pretty much have at least 2k more to each resource pool. And the reason this is broken is because in this game, if you get to a certain point, and that's why soft casts were so incremental, like so important back in the old days. Look at these guys, all in stealth. But that's why soft casts were so important back in the day, because people would build toward the soft caps. And right now, what's happening is essentially that, except that there is no soft caps. So people can get so much more damage, so much more health, so much more whatever stat they need to get. Without making any sacrifices, unlike in the old days. So I took 15k stones off of that group, and the guy that can't be ganked is here. Well, he can be, but not in the situation. He's running Phoenix and Troll King, and he had Destral, and he just cast his magic. Oh man, I deserve that. Should have looked at his buffs on his tracker. Oh, and also. These are with Miat's release being out. There are ways to counter Miat's the Miat's PvP alerts add-on that doesn't include, you know, just aiming your heavy attacks away. I won't say exactly how. I don't want them to patch it. I know it's getting fixed next patch, but I wouldn't be surprised if they got their own little, you know, other fixes. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if I'll be playing much at all this next couple of months. I just don't really agree with the business practices of ZeniMax overall, so you know, it is what it is. It doesn't have to be your decision. This is how I see it. So yeah, anyway, good tip. You can kill someone, they have a bunch of stones, let their buddy res them, and then, you know, kill their buddy and then kill them again. You know, take the rest of their stones. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Check out this next clip. I didn't think it was worthy of being in the main, but it's pretty funny. Peace.